Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are playing the Grand Soviet city of Chaosgrad. And we've just made a start. We've started out with our kind of amenity square, and yes, amenities and a communist republic doesn't really go hand in hand, but ours will. And that is because we want to make sure that we keep our workers. If you have a look over here, you can see there's like 105 workers, and I believe they were paid to get here. Okay, here you can see that one children can't go to school because the school is no places available. 8 citizens without power. The school doesn't have places available because there aren't any teachers. Okay, so that's the reason for that. So we'll, as we run, we'll see what's actually going on. We're going to work on the power now, but I'm going to show you a new trick first. At the road vehicle depot, you can purchase vehicles just like anything else in this game. You can purchase vehicles either with dollars, in which case you buy vehicles from the West. So there's just a certain number of Western vehicles. See, West Germany. Germany is where this is coming from. Okay. Or you can buy vehicles with rubles from kind of the communist bloc. Soviet Union, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, Ukraine, etc., etc., East Germany. Okay. What I'm going to buy is, and I'll tell you now, is excavators. Okay. I'm going to do something with a fair bit of engine power. So I'm going to go with this one. It is the most expensive. But what I'll do is I'm going to buy like 2 of them. Maybe even 3 of them. I'll buy 3 of them. We don't want to kind of, and that's it. And the reason for that is because now, if I do the terraforming thing again, which I did previously, like say grab that, okay? And what we'll do is we'll do this, right? Okay, so if I do this and I'll say hold it in, you can see, I don't know if you can see them, but there they are, our little excavators, and now it's not costing me any money to terraform. So immediately, it takes a little bit longer, as you can see, so we can buy more of them, but as you can see, we've terraformed and it didn't cost us anything. So that's why I did that little trick. Okay, the other thing we're going to need to do now is we are going to need to import power, and power is not available over there from that side, Boroslav. But power is available over here. So what I'm going to do, and we're going to build this with high voltage stuff. Ooh, no, that's not what I want. Oh, actually, this is where I want to go. So high voltage wires. What? Do I need to... Why can't I... I thought I can build straight onto that. Do I have to... import purchase mode? So I've switched on to import mode. Okay, so now well, it shouldn't make any real difference, should it? What I want to do, oh, that seems to work. If I go with high voltage, aha, there it is. Okay, so high voltage needs to go, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to oh, and before we do that, I want to auto build this with rubles, because I'm going to auto build this, so it's not going to be too tedious for us. So I'm going to go straight in like that. And, oh, hang on. Just open up the game so it actually builds. Okay. No. What do you mean the angle doesn't work? Fine. So what we'll do is we'll run it up to, say, over here. Okay, and probably what we're going to try and do is build the road through here somewhere as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the power transformer. And the power transformer takes it from the high voltage to the low voltage. This is just a switch. So now here I can split it up into different directions, and that's not quite what I had in mind. We can play with that kind of thing a little bit later, but for now I'm gonna place this thing over here. Oh, it's because I have the building with rubles in place that's happened. So please go ahead and build that. Then I'm gonna go with high voltage wires, and we're gonna tie it in straight over there. So that power is now up and running. The next thing I'm going to want to do is now I'm going to want to run the medium voltage wires, and I'm going to do these big ones, and we'll do it from over here. Okay, actually, we can run it something like this. Okay, and then the idea would be something like that maybe, and then the plan is hopefully angle is too sharp. That's just like crazy, guys. Let's pause it just for a second. See, this is the thing, right? This game is quite tedious if it gets to this. So let's get rid of that one. And now my idea here is let's get those, actually no, let's get the big medium ones. And now this is kind of not working, right? So if I'm almost tempted to just redo this one over here, and then that should connect. So what I'm going to do, oh, what is that? Let's get rid of this one. We'll try this again. Something like that. Okay. And go for that. And then we should be able to connect that up. There we go. Nice. Pause it. If we have a look at the transformer, we can see there's absolutely nothing going on over there. Building without power. If we go on over here, we can see that has no power. But we need to come in over here and have a look and say, how much power do we actually want to get? Purchase of power is $1.52 per megawatt. And what we'll do is we will max amount of wattage of the energy to purchase is like 10%. I don't know, or 2 megawatt. Ah, 1 kilowatt. Oh, so that's 1 megawatt is that we're purchasing. We're purchasing 1 megawatt over here. And is that enough? I have no idea. But if we switch that on, you can see there it goes, and you can immediately see these guys are getting megawatted. So we have power in Chaosgrad. Okay, let's have a look. Is everybody got their power, or some people don't? Now you can see there's room in the classroom for students. It's got power and all these kind of things. That has got, I don't know if that wattage is pretty good, but anyway, we'll see how that works. Our wires should be absolutely fine. Everything's got power. We've got workers and all kinds of stuff happening and waiting around over here. So I'll just pause it again for a second. So as you can see, tons of stuff going on. The average age at the moment is 27, almost 28, and the average lifespan is almost 80 years of age. So 32 workers without a job. We will work on that straight away. 2 citizens were unable to visit a church or a place of spirituality, and 1 citizen were unable to enjoy culture. So that's not too bad, actually. The one thing with starting an empty plot is that you can't actually build any places for religion. So that continues to be a problem as we go. If I quickly have a look at our stores, well, this is our pub. So you can see we are purchasing alcohol. Okay, so there's constantly be a drip down of stuff over here as we purchase alcohol. We are purchasing clothing and electronics at the small store, and we are purchasing meat and food, everything all at the same time with rubles. We are purchasing all of this. So all of this stuff, while we're not producing it, is actually available to our people. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is start looking at industry. The one thing that I was quite interested to do is actually get is get something ready for the construction industry. So this is our worker town. We will need to find a spot where we are going to do, well, to be honest, this is a nice spot. We can actually clear this forest over here with a forest industry. So that is probably the first thing that I'm going to do, just to showcase to you how it kind of works. So first things first, let's grab ourselves the buildings that we need. We are going to go with, well, I think food and crops is something that we can do over here as well. That spot there would do pretty nicely, because if I show the wireframe, yeah, that's pretty close to nice and flat over there. So what I want to do is I want to go and get ourselves the where's the boards? Rail construction office. What? It's probably in gravel and iron collection. No, it's under various industry. Here it is, wood cutting post. So what we'll do is we are going to build a wood cutting post, and we're going to do it right over here in the middle of this, so that we get the absolute maximum access to this. Okay, right in the middle. That's where you want to do it. Okay, so we build it over there. Oops. Oh, and you know what I need to switch off? I need to switch this off. So we're going to build it right over there. So we use our own excavator to do that. And I am also going to build a sawmill over here. And that we are going to do link up straight away like this. So we just need to kind of align them like so. Perfect. Now we also need a bit of road and a bus station and all these kind of things. So what I'll do is we will run this one out like so, and we will then run that one like that, and then we're going to look for a small bus platform, I believe. Yeah, and we'll probably turn it over a little bit like see, this is what I mean. You can't actually build it if can't actually build it like that. So there we go. Get that right. There we go. Now that's a bus station over there. The other thing that we want to do is we will process that out straight away to the what is it called? Hang on. Let's go over here. Various industry to the, there's some kind of, oh, actually it's a storage area. A storage area which is called the open storage. Okay. And I want to do a medium size open storage, and that's got a rail connection through there as well. I don't know if that's necessarily I don't think that's necessary. But something like this, for instance, will be quite good for us. So we'll have our storage area there. If we do it this way, that's not actually going to work. And if we do it that way, I'm not sure that'll connect. So what we do, these industry connections are really finicky. So what we'll do is we will place it like so. Then we will come over here, and again, don't build everything before you've made all your connections. Learn the lesson. Okay, connection over there, that works, and connection over there, that works. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and build everything. We can also start getting our gravel road connections going, maybe like so. Okay, maybe we'll start it off like that, and we will connect it in like that. And come on, see what I mean? See what I mean? Immediately a problem. Let us remove this over here. Okay, so now what we'll do is let's move that one as well, and what we'll do is we'll try and connect this through there. Okay, something like that. And we'll do... Come on. We just had it. There we go. Now it's looking like that. Okay, so without further ado, let's purchase those roads. And let's move on towards our little pathways, because we're going to want to connect them up like so. So now these guys can actually walk from the bus station to the various facilities. I don't think there's any need to walk over there. However, let's get our bit of a gravel road connection over here. I like the idea of using all the same road for all of this. Excellent. And build it. So we don't have any further construction industries in place, so that's about it. So there they go. They're building those. Let's get ourselves, let's get these things built as well. Get that out of the way. Get that built. Get that built. And if I go here to these connections, let's get those connections built as well. So immediately, all of that'll be working. Is this thing almost done? Almost done. So what I'll do now, once that's built, excellent. Now let's pause the game again, and I'm gonna, well, I really don't need to pause it, but I want to just make sure that people don't get too unhappy while I don't have anything in place. So what I do now I come to the vehicle depot, I purchase some ruble vehicles, and I get myself a bus, right? So here you can see that's 80k an hour, 75, 60, 85, and so on, and they have a number of passengers, 32, 55, 82. So I kind of like this one. It's a little smaller, so we can do more buses and travel people around a little more frequently. So I'll grab just the one of them, okay? And what we'll do is we're going to go over here. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to say, come on, start your journey over there, get in and get out, and make your way over there. If we have a look here, we can say, oh, actually, guys, the only guys who's going to actually get on here is no students, okay, no passengers, workers with university education, no way, workers with basic education, I don't know if we need to, and if we say, click on this, oh, actually, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Can we please remove that, delete that, stop, thank you. It looks pretty good. So we will leave the vehicle. I just want to see, in terms of workers, you need, like, you know, I don't know how many you need, but that's pretty standard. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about what's happening over there. No workers and so on. Okay, anyway, that's fine. I'm gonna let the bus do its thing. So I've selected the Chaosgrad bus platform, and the Chaosgrad bus platform 2 over here, and get in and get out is available, and we'll start the journey. So the bus will now start making the journey, and I believe things will operate without power, building without power supply. So anyway, what we'll do is let's quickly build ourselves an extra bit of oh no, we want a transformer over here somewhere. Okay, we'll build ourselves a transformer, and we will get ourselves some medium wires that we will kind of run over there. And so build the power over there, please, thank you. Build this guy, please and thank you. Build this little bit of road over here, please and thank you. And there we go. Okay, so let's open that up and I'll show you. And now we're probably not going to keep on pausing the game from now. Here we have 27 workers and a number of passengers waiting. Don't know where the passengers are going, but actually, to be honest, let's just quickly pause the game just for a second, because I don't want passengers to get on there. Excellent. And passengers are not going to get on there, but workers can. Okay, and you can unload anybody. So that's actually pretty good. So if we go here and we keep an eye on and we let it run, we shouldn't see any passengers get on, but we should see it fill up with workers. Workers, there we go. All the workers getting on the bus. 32 filled up. There it goes. Now it's going to make its way to the right spot over here. All the way over here, we're going to have come in over here. Oh, and I need to buy some vehicles over here. I'll do that right now. I'll show you how that works. Got some power going on over here. We've got nice and powerful, lots of power running on over here as well. And, ooh, pause the game again. I forgot about something. Can we just quickly go here to the paths and pay for them? Thank you very much. Otherwise, these guys are going to struggle. Well, not too much, but anyway. That's built. Here comes our passengers. Oh, it's a big platform. I didn't want to build a big one, but anyway, it's built now. There they go. All the workers getting off, going to the various facilities. So you see some of them going there, some of them going there, and there we go. So everything should start working. What's going to happen is they're going to start felling trees straight away over here. We need to buy some vehicles. And we're going to get ourselves a logger. We'll purchase one logger to start with, and that's something that these guys will start using to pick up these felled stuff over here. And that'll start and go to the sawmill. And because they're connected with this factory connection, we don't need to transport the logs to the sawmill to the storage. That all just kind of happens. Right, so that all kind of works. See, the logger should be picking stuff up. So what I could do is I could actually just buy 2 more loggers and we'll get stuff happening much quicker. And here we got workers and things like that. No resources, missing wood, and you will see the wood will start appearing here very soon, as soon as it gets there. It's not working. Oh, actually no one has actually come back with any wood just yet. So we'll keep an eye. Come on. Come on. Are you bugging out? What's going on? Ah, here you go. Oh, it's just taking you time to load this. We've got tons of workers hanging out over here, so we should be able to process stuff extremely quickly once these things get in here. So it's probably just big vehicles and they're taking their sweet time to load everywhere. Yeah, they're just kind of moving from spot to spot to spot. Yeah, so the trees are being felled quite aggressively over here. And then I just want to see it in action, man. Don't have many workers here now, but any amount of workers should be pretty good. Yeah? Really taking your time. Have you picked up enough stuff now? Or are you still needing to pick up some more? You seem to be pretty full. Oh, not quite. Ah, see, there it is. So it still needs to pick up a bit more. It's also telling you the value of what it's got here. About $100 worth of wood. Okay. So slowly picking up all the wood that it needs or can get. That one is 10. Yeah, so they're all slowly picking up everything. So this one is going to be first. So we'll keep an eye. I just want to show you what happens. Lots of workers coming in and out all the time. We'll keep an eye on how many unemployed workers we have. Okay, so this guy is full up. Now he's going to drop it off over here. And immediately here it comes. Here comes the wood. Tons and tons of wood that is now being processed into boards. And you should... Yeah, boards are is happening, and here you can see boards appearing in the storage area. So, how's that? There we go. An entire process is now ready, and we are producing boards. Boards is one of the construction materials that we can use. So now we've got a bit of an industry going on. If we go and look at our population statistics, we can see that we only have 6 unemployed workers. People are pretty productive and fairly productive, so fairly productive, and their lifespan is actually going up. So that's all very good and well. If I quickly go and have a look at this, 2 workers without a job, can't find a church, not able to enjoy culture, similar kind of stuff over here, similar kind of stuff over here. Okay, so church stuff is a problem. Okay, now what is the next thing we're going to do? I want to keep going down the route of the construction industry. Now the construction industry would need gravel. So the next thing I want to do is get a bit of a gravel quarry somewhere. And I don't want to do it too far away though. Okay, let's zoom out of here again. What I want to quickly look at before we continue things, I am keen, so we can start exporting boards, by the way. And maybe one of the things we should do is actually just kind of connect that up. Yeah, so anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build that piece of road so the border post is actually connected over there. The other thing that I'm quite interested in is actually running this straight across through here. Alternatively, we will have to look at something like going around this way somewhere. Anyway, we will see about that. Okay, what is the next stuff that I'm going to want to do? In the construction industry, the next thing I want to do is aggregate. So is a gravel processing facility and gravel. So what we're looking at is spots for gravel. So there's tons of little spots where we can do the gravel industry over here. So this part over here seems to be pretty good for gravel. The next thing that I'm going to need is then a concrete plant, which takes, yeah, actually, so what I could do is I could actually start that piece of business over here. Is that good for gravel? That is pretty good for gravel. So the next thing that we will do then is we'll also look at iron ore. Iron mine. So over here, so I don't want to actually drop it on that though. But yeah, this is starting to make a lot of sense. If we do gravel here, we do iron ore here, then we can have a gravel processing plant. Okay, so a cement plant uses gravel and coal to create cement. Yeah, a cement plant uses gravel and coal to create cement. We don't have coal in the region. Then the other one that we want to have a look at potentially is the coal mine. Okay, it's over here. So the next one, prefab, concrete plant uses gravel and cement to create concrete. Asphalt uses gravel and bitumen to create asphalt. Brick factory is coal only. Actually, that is not a bad idea then. And then this is iron and coal creates steel. So iron and coal, so the steel facility needs to be here. So we don't need iron for cement, right? For cement we only need coal and gravel. So really the gravel is the one that we need to start working on. Over here we can actually get ourselves a coal mine. Over here somewhere, there's a spot for a coal mine right over there. Not going to be the greatest coal mine, but yeah, so this area over here feels to me that it could be a good spot for us for our gravel processing facilities. So just have a quick look. There's no coal in here, right? No, we don't have any coal in here, but we do have a fair bit of iron over here. So potentially we'll move to that a little bit later. So the first thing that I'm going to do now, and we're probably going to close the episode pretty soon. So as you can see, quite a complex game, but so much fun. I enjoy it so much. Gravel processing facility. I want to create a gravel processing facility over here. And as you can see, it's a pretty sizable piece. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a little something like this, and we'll get gravel from the one side. Okay, so we'll get gravel from here and here. Actually, and what we'll do is we can actually place it over here so we can use that same stop. We have a... and we can use the same power. Okay, yeah, in that case, I'm definitely doing it. I'm definitely placing it over here. That's the one. This is the one. Like so. So we'll do that. Okay. we're placing it over there. We will get ourselves some gravel quarries over here somewhere. Right? I think that's pretty decent. In between the two of them? Or right on top of it? I think right on top of it is probably the way to go. If we turn it a little bit like this instead, yeah, something like that is probably the way to go for us. Excellent. So there's one, and we can actually get another one right over here as well. That's pretty cool. We're just going to start with the one though. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to say, come on buddies, build that for us, and build this one for us. And we'll start the process now. Let me just, before we start getting everything built, let's get ourselves some roads. I'm kind of tempted to run it out like that, and then kind of give it a twist like this all alongside this. Okay, like so, and then what we'll do is we'll kind of twist it in there. We'll get that up and running, and there we go. Look at that. Ooh, and what we'll do is we will, and that's the kind of transport planner in me that wants that perfect angle over there. Excellent. So there we go. Now let's quickly get that built, and we'll see how that goes. Excellent. There they go. So we can immediately get the path, the pedestrian path from here to there. So these guys can actually get there quite easily. There's a new vehicle type. That's some kind of harvester. And now this thing, and it's got power straight away. So that can work immediately. What I'm going to go with over here is grab an excavator, one of these big boys. And this thing, I think this thing doesn't even need, production has stopped. Check out the reasons. No vehicle ready to store. Ah, that's the one. It doesn't actually need power or workers, this one. It just gets a little bit reduced in terms of interaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a vehicle, a nice big dumper truck. Okay, so see, you have to kind of understand what's going on over here. The biggest I can get, 8 tons, 5 tons, actually, hang on, that's what it's, so gravel, 12 tons of gravel, 4 and 7.5, 7, 12, 12, 7, 7, 4, 4, 3.5. So between that one and that one, that's more expensive, and I'm going to grab this one. So we'll grab that one over there, okay? I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to say, buddy, come over here, fill your full, and then go over there and make a start. And what I'm going to say is I'm going to say wait until you're loaded and wait until you're unloaded, so we don't have empty trucks running one, and that'll start producing gravel for us, because I'm assuming we have workers over here. How is this going in terms of power? Seems to be a fair amount of power available. Whether wattage is doing its thing or not, I don't know. Okay, let's quickly have a look and see if our quarry actually started working. Before we get too excited about ending the episode, I want to just check that all of this is working. We can see that we already have like 30 tons of boards available over here, and we've still got like almost 2,000 tons of wood in the forest, and there's like almost 300 tons of felled wood. Excellent. So let's see you in action. I believe you'll work straight away. Quality of the source is 40%, so I think that should be pretty good for us. And hopefully we can do another quarry straight next to it right over there. So let's see if this thing fills up pretty quickly. It's filling up. It is indeed filling up. Whether that's as quick as it should be filling up, I don't know. But even without workers and without power, this thing is filling up. So we'll see. Maybe a few extra trucks to actually get that to work. Do we know how much? So it's producing 10. Current production per day is 10 tons of quarried stone per day. So we might just do an extra one over here and see how that goes. But that is where I'm going to leave this episode. Is that thing full? No, it's going to take a bit of time. I'm going to leave the episode over there. Tell me what you think of this. I want to do pretty complex pretty complex production lines and things like that over here, and make use of conveyor belts and trains and all of these kind of things. And I just want to make sure that we build proper little towns and cities, so people are at least fairly happy and productive when they do live in our town. You see, they're pretty productive. We do have a few unemployed workers, but we are working on it. We are working on getting them more employment opportunities. So yeah, this can get quite complex, but once we start getting all of these building materials together, we won't have to buy buildings anymore. Our construction crews, which is just workers basically, will be able to go out and construct things. It'll take longer, but it'll work. So yes, I'm gonna end it here. If you've liked it, hit the like button, please. It's still a new series. I would very much like your support and see if you actually enjoy this kind of game. I love getting these complex systems up and running. Let's quickly see this one dump it, and then that'll be the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Okay, bye-bye.